Skip the Show's Volcano Club, in conjunction with Knife Chats with Tobias, proudly presents Fright Knife Theater!
Next up on Fright Knife Theater, it's the return of the pickle that wouldn't die. Yeah, that's right. It's once again we're looking at the Rough Rider tadpole with the name that I will not mention for fear of trademark infringement. I don't think Big Red would really go after me if I called it what he calls it, but anyway, the tadpole. Why am I showing it again? Well, I have to make a correction. I had said that I was influenced to pick this knife up in my video on knives that I picked up because I saw it on other YouTube channels, and after showing this one, I was reminded that I indeed did not pick this knife up. This knife was given to me by none other than Gizmo Carr. Gizmo actually gave this knife to me for a review. I talked a little bit about it when I first got it and said I'd talk more about it later. Well, apparently I did talk more about it later, and that I said that it was not a knife that really impressed me too much because I found it to be a little too small and too fidgety. And many people have commented that that's the cool factor of this knife, is because it's such a small little flipper, and it's no one's going to be frightened of it or anything else. And I got to tell you, I think some people, as soon as they hear the flipper thing, they're going to be upset. So there's that part, because quite frankly, it is illegal to carry in some places simply because it's a flipper. Has nothing to do with size. So that's a problem for some people. And yeah, I get it. It's cute and it's kind of funny and everything, but I really also don't find it that practical. It's not the easiest knife to hold. Yeah, you can grip it. You're not doing anything serious with it. And if you hold it nice and tight, you're going to hold it nice and tight and cut with it. But it's not that comfortable to hold nice and tight, especially for a long period of time. So cute is nice, but cute and practical is better. And that's why in my book, this is Igor behind me here. In any case, in my book, I would have preferred this, the Cub Lockback. And I have talked many times about this, and several people have picked it up because I've talked about it. This was actually, I think, a knife that might have been designed by Jim Parker. It might have been designed by someone at Kershaw also. I'm not sure. I mean, it began life as the Squirrel Hunter. But you see, it is also a small knife, obviously bigger than the Pickle. But would it have been that much of a problem if the Pickle would have been 2.5 inches long instead of 2 inches long? It could have still been a tadpole, even at 2.5 inches long, and it would have been a little more practical to carry and hold. And even now, even at this length, would it have been that much to ask for a forward choil? Because if you'd have put that choil into the blade, see right there going with a choil, you'd probably knock off about that much of the cutting edge if you were to put in a choil. Maybe that much of a cutting edge to put in a choil. You put in a choil, yeah, there's hardly any blade left for cutting, but it would be a practical little box cutter. You would have a whole lot more to hold on to. See, if you had the choil going up to there, you would have a whole lot more to hold on to with this, even in the shape that it's in. But to me, it would have been a little bit better if it would have been a little bit larger. Again, I think I don't like the bolster on there. I think it could have been G10 the whole way. I mean, it's a flipper. You could have had a G10 all the way up there. You could have put in a choil, and then this thing would have not only been cute, but it would have been functional. And which is better, cute and funny or cute and functional? To me, cute and functional would have been better. It's like that's Yeah, that's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts. I know a lot of people are saying you add a watch fob to or a fob line to it, and it'll be easier to hold on to and stuff like that. But this one here, you get a full 3 fingers on there, no problem. You got the nice forward finger choil, very comfortable to hold in the hand because of the shape of the handle and everything else. It's just it just makes more sense. So wouldn't it have made more sense just to take this and turn it into a flipper? You know, a proven knife design, update that, turn it into a flipper. You flip that out, you got the forward choil, and that to me would have made more sense than this one here. So there you have it. That's my final thoughts on the TP, the toilet paper, the tadpole, the war pickle, the melon, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's not bad. Yeah, it's cute, but I would have preferred something a little more functional. Cute is one thing, functional is much more better. And now we return to Igor Rising. This is the problem with when you come back from the dead, you climb out of your grave, and what happens? The rats decide they want to eat you. Anyway, talk to you later.
Man, I should have called it The Attack of the Ghastly Gherkin. I always come up with the cool names after the fact.